There are actually four elements that we need to keep in mind when it comes to how this applies to clinical trials. The first one is obvious, scientific. People are all different, so it's only normal that people are going to be responding differently to treatments. So it's scientifically important that we're assessing the safety and efficacy of treatments across all kinds of different patient populations who are expecting to receive the treatment at the end of the line. The second is post-launch retractions or risks. So really, by bringing more diversity into the clinical stage, it's going to result in fewer unaddressed side effects, safety, and efficacy problems coming up after the drug has been launched and coming to market. And each of those things could result in FDA warning labels or even possible lawsuits. So by reducing that risk, we're going to be losing less money on those things, and we're going to have more money that we can spend in order to develop new treatments. So this is a critical element there. Then this all automatically brings me to the third pillar, which is the commercial pillar. Proving that a treatment is safe and efficient in those different patient populations by bringing more diversity into the clinical trials. Because of Medicare and insurance coverage, we're also going to reduce out-of-pocket patient costs, resulting in higher drug compliance, more sales, and lower disease burden. So all of these have a direct impact into the commercial aspect. Companies need to start working with tools that can help them look beyond the traditional information that they've been collecting and making assumptions on in the past. For example, they've made an assumption on if a doctor is working in a location where a lot of diverse patient populations are living, they automatically assume that this doctor is also treating these patients. Doctors have been practicing medicine in these locations for decades already, and the lack of diversity in clinical trials today is proof that this is not enough anymore, and that companies really need to start looking at tools and data sets that can tell them more about the actual patient population a doctor is treating. They need to understand why diverse patients are not participating in the trials, the ABCs, lack of awareness, too high of a burden, and lack of confidence. And then third, they need to understand how a doctor might have an influence on certain patients or in certain communities. This can lead to the doctor being able to build trust with these patients and actually convince them to participate in clinical trials. So all of these things are things that H1 can absolutely help to answer for companies. All the data required to make these right decisions is actually available out there, but it's very much scattered across multiple tools and data sets, making it impossible for any kind of human being to really bring it all together in a meaningful, but most importantly, up-to-date manner. So companies like H1 can work with this data and bring intelligence tools to the table who can bring all of the information back together in a smart, automated, and comprehensive way, making it much easier to digest the data and to assess connections and insights completely invisible on the surface.